Okay, so here is the room 360 for Sarah's video. There's nothing on the floor. Nothing on the patients. Nothing on the walls. These are Sarah's supplies, just the requisition consent form. Nothing on the whiteboard. Or walls. Or anything. There's Sarah. And the ceiling. We don't have anything on the ceiling. Okay. Ready?
Hello there. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. Are you feeling all right, or?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay. So I have an order today to give you some blood products. But first, I'm just going to need a few things from you. So can I have you verify your name and date of birth, please?
Sure. I am Betty Jones. My date of birth is 5/21/1952.
Okay, that looks great. And do you have any allergies?
I don't have any allergies.
Okay. Do you have any cultural considerations?
No, I don't have any cultural considerations.
Okay. So today we are going to be giving you some packed red blood cells, if that's all right. Packed red blood cells are just going to give you some, get your hemoglobin up and to help you feel a little bit better. I have this consent for you here just to receive the blood products. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So the only risk with this is a transfusion reaction. I will stay with you for the first 15 minutes just to make sure that we don't have that, and if we do, we know what to do, so we will take care of you. And is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have you sign right here.
Okay, I'll sign that form.
Great, thank you. So now that we have that, I'm just going to look around and make sure your IV looks good. All right, there is no infiltration that I see here, no redness. Does it hurt when I poke around here at all?
No.
Okay. All right. So I am just gonna go ahead and wash my hands. I'm just going to listen to your lungs and heart and take your temperature to make sure that everything is good before we start this blood so we can get a baseline of your vitals. So I'm just going to start by taking your temperature.
Okay.
All right. Great, temperature looks good. Gonna take a listen here. All right, everything looks good with that. Your vitals are all within normal range. to turn this off, but. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to flush your IV now.
Okay.
So I just want to get these things ready before the blood comes, because once the blood comes, I can only leave it out for a half hour at room temperature. Once it does start infusing, it can be infused over a maximum of 4 hours.
Okay.
So we do have a little bit of a time limit here. So I'm just going to scrub this for 15 to 30 seconds. I'll say that was about 20 seconds. I'm going to get the air out first. All right, that air is out. My flush is not expired, and it is just normal saline. All right, I'm going to infuse this. You let me know if you have any pain or tingling, burning. This is just to make sure it flushes good. Oh, we're clamped here. Before we put blood in there, and that we have a good IV going. How does that feel?
Good.
You have no burning, tingling, pain with that?
No pain, no tingling, nothing.
All right, great. Looks good. Sometimes there's alcohol-based caps that you can put on here that keep the port here clean, but we don't have those, so throw that away. All right, everything looks good there. We have our consent signed. All right. I'm going to make sure all my clamps are closed. And I'm just going to get the saline set up before we receive our blood. Looks like everything is clamped here. Great. Whoops. I'm just gonna hang this right here. Some age considerations would be for an infant, you're gonna use less blood and have, you know, less fluids going on just because they are little. I'm not gonna start my pump quite yet, but I am going to just flush this with normal saline. This helps so that we don't waste any blood. If someone has congestive heart failure, we're going to want to monitor for any fluid overload, anything like that. So I'm just getting any air out of here. There are quite a few air bubbles, but all right, that will be good. So I'm just gonna set this here for now. And the cap is on.
I have your blood.
Oh, thank you. All
right.
We'll get that checked.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave these gloves on actually. All right, Betty, so I'm just gonna verify with another nurse. We're gonna be going back and forth a little bit. We're just verifying that the blood is right and that you're not gonna have a reaction to it. All right, I have Betty Jones, a birth date of 5/21/1952.
I have Betty Jones. Date of birth is 5/21/1952.
I have her medical record number as 224466.
Medical record number 224466.
All right. And her red armband number is 456654.
Red
Matches there.
armband number matches, and it's 456654.
Great. The component we have here is packed red blood cells.
I have packed red blood cells.
The expiration date of the packed red blood cells is 12/17/23.
Expiration date 12/17/23.
The blood came from donor pool 7890.
Donor pool number 7890.
There are 4 units in the pool with a volume of 250 milliliters.
4 units in the pool, volume 250 milliliters.
The donor's blood type was O positive,
Donor blood type O positive.
and Betty's blood type is B positive.
Betty's blood type is B positive.
Compatibility test was completed as of 12/17/23.
Compatibility test completed 12/17/23.
All right, that looks good. Everything matches here.
Okay, great. So we verify with 2 RNs.
I'm just going to take these off and wash my hands. Betty, do you have a history of congestive heart failure or any fluid overload?
No.
All right, great. So if the facility protocol is to have a special filter or warmer for the blood, I would be doing that. I'm just going to check this bag for any clotting, any floaties, anything like that. Bag looks good. There's nothing in my saline bag either. Just before we would get that running into her, I want to double check. The saline is not expired, the blood is not expired. And we do have an order to complete this today. So I'm just going to put my gloves. So once I give Betty this blood, I want to recheck her vital signs every 15 or so minutes after she has received the blood. And we got the baseline vitals right away, so we know where she's at for that. And that'll just help monitor for a transfusion reaction. Just gonna move these out of my way so I have a clean workspace here. Alright, so we are going to grab the other port here. And I'm just going to clamp this saline. So again, I don't want this blood at room temperature for longer than 30 minutes. If I did do that, we'd have to get a new bag of blood. Make sure that is clamped right here right away. Alright. We are all wrapped around here. Alright, there we go. going to put this in here. Silence that. Just take it out. It's not gonna stop beeping. Alright. So I'm going to apply my blood now. I want to make sure this is clamped so that the blood doesn't come flying out and we don't waste any. So I'm just going to very slowly open this clamp here. Looks like the blood is coming. We still have some saline right now. All right. So looks like we got a little more. So we have no air bubbles, and it looks like our blood is primed. Going to do channel select, and we have guardrails IV fluids. Go to A and E, go down to B for blood, and we have red blood cells. That is correct, and I'm going to administer at 50 mils an hour for a total of 250 mils. I'm now going to just clean her port again. Silence this. I'm going to scrub this again for 15 to 30 seconds. We'll say that was enough time. I'm just going to clamp this for now, actually. And my cap here is sterile, so I can go ahead and attach this. All right, there we go. So I'm now going to start this infusion. All right, so it looks like that is infusing well. Just going to put these things away. How are you feeling, Betty?
Good.
All right. So signs of a transfusion reaction would be having any sort of nausea, trouble breathing, anaphylaxis, hives, any back pain. Are you having any of those symptoms?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I just want you to push your call light. If you do start having any of those symptoms, I am going to be in here for the first 15 minutes and be checking on you regularly. But if no one is in the room, we'd like you to press that call light right away. Okay?
Okay.
All right, great. So I would recheck her vitals in about 10 minutes, just to make sure everything is going okay. And she's feeling good. It looks like her IV here is patent. Are you having any pain here with the transfusion going in?
No.
Okay, great. And her IV looks great. There's no swelling or anything. Looks good. So I'm just going to monitor for a little longer, and I want to make sure that all the blood goes in. So once this transfusion is done, I'm going to clean the line out with saline and make sure that she gets all of the blood that she needs. We can set the pump here when this transfusion is done to 50 mils and just flush that through. So I've came back and checked on her a few times. Vitals are good. Everything's looking good. How are we feeling, Betty?
Good.
Great. So I'm just going to flush this line out with some saline.
Okay.
So I am going to pause this, and I want to clamp this here, clamp the blood. So this is when all the blood was gone and the transfusion is over. I'm just going to unclamp the saline, and I can go here, channel select, and looks like we can just run that at the same. It will be 50 mils. And I'm just going to unclamp this and restart. So this is going to run some saline through to make sure we get all the blood out. So we have our blood here done and clamped, and our saline running. Are you still feeling all right, Betty?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now that we've got some saline run through, I'm just going to clamp everything and take this out. everything is clamped. So I would unhook this. The blood tubing needs to be changed out every 4 hours, so if we did have another transfusion coming, we would do that. And I am just going to clamp here and unattach from here. Okay, everything went really well, Betty. So I would go back and chart the amount of blood she got, the type of blood, how the transfusion went, how long it went, the start time and the end time, if she did have any reaction, the type of blood, and yeah, that seems good there. I'm just going to hand sanitize again. Looks like our pump was good. I'm going to recheck your vitals. Just take your temperature and make sure everything looks good. Alright, everything looks good there. Are you having any discomfort?
No.
Okay, great. I'm just going to make sure the bed is laying down. Okay, great. So I would make sure all my supplies are put away in the right spot and disposed of properly. I think that we got everything down. Is there anything else I can grab you right away?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I think we got that down. So I am just going to hand sanitize and provide for privacy. I'll be back to check on you in a little bit, Betty, okay?
Okay.